Camay, the soap of beautiful women, and Tide, for the cleanest clothes in town, present Bert Hillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Well, wish me luck. Well, Buelah, do you think you should do it? Why, certainly. Everybody's having that sort of thing this time of the year. Well, I know, but it's different in a television station. It isn't the same as, outside. Look, they're having garden walks. People are going to visit different people's gardens. They open up their houses, and people go visit and see the different architecture and the home decorating and that sort of thing. Why can't I take an engineering walk? Well, Buelah, I know that you're on good terms with all the engineers here at NBC, but I somehow feel that, during the show and everything, it just somehow seems to me that you shouldn't go into the control room and visit with... I'm not going just in the control room. Heavens, no, that's my last call today. No, I plan to visit the film room. I plan on visiting Master Control, and I may even stop in a PBX for a while and talk to telephone girls. I just want to go around and see. I want to visit all the places that have electrical connections. Well, it's all right with me, Buelah. If they don't mind, it's all right with me, but have a good time, and don't get in the way, will you? Don't worry about me. Me get in the way? Don't be silly, dear. Heavens. You remember me when I practically kept television on the air in the old days, flying up to the transmitter and fixing it with hairpins and scotch tape and pieces of chewing gum. Why, say, have you forgotten those days so soon? No, I haven't forgotten them, Buelah. They were hair-raising. Well, everybody to his own opinion. So long, kid. Good luck. Well, Fran, dear.
Yes?
Hold on to your hat.
What's the matter?
Buelah Witch is going on an engineer's walk.
Oh, goodbye.
Well, just as long as the show stays on, that's all that matters. If you see anything happen to the picture, or if the sound suddenly goes off, or anything like that, then you'll know that Buelah has gotten into the control room and got mixed up in the gears somewhere.
It wouldn't be cricket to warn them, I don't guess, would it?
Well, I think maybe they know.
Let's just see how ingenious they are.
Yeah, we'll just see.
And so I said, I thought it would be a real fun thing to do today. And that's what
Hey, did you know we were off the air?
What do you mean off the air?
Were we?
Well, I mean, they couldn't hear us.
Oh, we'll have to go back and I'll have to do that whole thing all over again.
Oh, gee. All right.
Shame.
It's Buelah Witch. She probably got into the audio.
Oh, I wish she'd stay out of the engineering department. I'm not going to do it over again. I'll say, oh, Fran, I'm glad you're here. What I wanted to ask you about. You told me you had something to tell me before the show.
Oh, well, I did. I met a very lovely lady
Excuse
this
me?
afternoon.
What did you do?
Nothing. I'm leaving.
Oh.
From New York, and she's visiting her, Mrs. Brady, and she's going to Vermont.
She's not going to Vermont. She is going to
To Burlington.
Oh, to Burlington. That's not far from Dragon Retreat,
Well,
my
that's what she
ancestral
said.
home.
And she thought maybe there might be something you'd want to send to your mother, or perhaps she just might stop over and pay a little social call. And I wondered if you had anything that you did want to send.
Oh, golly, let me see.
Of course, your best wishes, I know that, but...
Yes, my best wish. And I'd like to send her a couple of copies of the Kuklapolitan Courier Yearbook.
Yes,
And,
indeed, by all means.
Let me see. Oh, I know. Would be real nice if I sent her a nice supply of Camay, don't you think?
Oh, certainly it would.
Soap of beautiful women.
Yes, indeed.
I'll go and see it. I guess we got a lot stored in the cupboard, haven't we?
Well, Kukla should know.
Yeah, well, I'll ask Kukla. I'll go look in the linen closet.
All right, fine. Well, I'll see you later then.
Yeah. Oh, I guess Madam Octopus and Colonel Crackie are going to make the announcement about the courier today.
Oh, well, fine.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll see you later. Bye, Fran.
Richard! Richard! Richard, darling. Look, Francis.
Hello, Madam Ogre.
Have you seen Richard?
I haven't, no.
Hello, Jack, darling.
Hello, Peter.
Have you seen Richard?
Not since yesterday.
Strange. He's supposed to make the announcement about the Kuklapolitan Courier today. Richard, darling! You're going to make a great big production out of this. You're going to tell how you can get the Kuklapolitan Courier Yearbook, you know. Woohoo! Richard! Richard! Woohoo!
Ooh, yourself.
Oh, there you are. All right, Richard, let's have the curtains.
What for, my dear?
Well, you're going to tell everyone how they can get the Kuklapolitan Courier Yearbook. You told me today that you would do that.
I've changed my mind.
Richard, come. Let's not be uncooperative.
I'm not being uncooperative at all, my dear. I've simply changed my mind. If you wish to announce it, it's perfectly all right with me. Go ahead and announce it.
Well, Richard, you promised me you know you make these perfectly charming and divine announcements in front of the curtain about all our plays, and I thought that you could instruct the people at home how they could get it so much more easily than I could. Stupid little me, I never get the words out right.
You know, I'm inclined to agree with you.
Richard, I don't like that nasty tone. Richard, dear, please.
You want to announce a Kuklapolitan Courier? Go ahead and announce it. I'll have no part of it.
Richard H. Crackie, you come back up here this minute. You can't leave me like this. Richard H. Crackie!
You wanted me for something?
Richard, I won't stand for this. I'm humiliated in front of all these people. The entire television public and all the crew, Francis, Jack and everything. I won't have it. No, apologize.
I've said nothing that I should apologize for.
Richard, you promised.
That was before I looked in on the Courier Yearbook.
Well, what's wrong?
I don't believe you've taken a very good gander at it.
Well, I have. I've looked at it very carefully. I think it's a charming book. I'm very pleased.
You should be pleased. One whole page, your entire article.
Well, certainly I was asked to write it.
I understand that I was to have had a page included. One little measly picture of me, no writing, nothing. You can announce it yourself. I'll have no part of it.
Richard, is that the proper attitude to take?
I don't care whether it's proper or not. I'm taking it.
Francis, darling.
Yes.
Did you overhear that? I suppose you did. How could anyone
Well, I
help it?
heard
That
that.
shouting, that rude, crude, vulgar shouting.
Well, Madam...
No, it is. It's just rude and crude and vulgar.
I don't think I would say exactly that. I think the Colonel was a little hurt.
Hurt! He embarrassed me in front of all these people. Where's Buelah? Wait till I tell Buelah, that's all.
Well, I wouldn't tell Buelah, Madam Oglepus. I think that's something between you and the Colonel. I don't believe I'd bring... And besides, Buelah isn't here.
I didn't publish the Courier Yearbook. I had nothing to do with it at all whatsoever.
I know you didn't, and he was wrong. He certainly was to have spoken to you as he did. But at the same time, we have to go back and figure out a little bit how he feels about it.
Well, it wasn't my intention to leave him out. I don't see any reason why he should be in it anyway. After all, it was
he should be.
Well, his picture. We put his picture in. Isn't that enough?
Well, yes, but you know how helpful he's been to us. He's announced all the big productions we've had, and really, I think has lent a great air...
Here, announce it.
Oh, Richard! Would you mind holding the phone?
No, not at all, Madam Oglepus. As a matter of fact, I'd be willing to help you with the announcement.
I wish you would, my dear. I'm quite unnerved.
Well, I would just simply say that we hope you'll be as anxious to see the new Kuklapolitan Courier as we are to have you see it, because we're so extremely proud of it. And it's
It only has one picture of Colonel Crackie in it.
Well, we speak of only one picture. Honestly, is that true?
I think so. Look on my page there. It's a mention of him. Naturally, when they asked me to do the article, I wasn't going to write the entire article about my intended.
Well,
That's
no,
pretty
I
obvious, don't you think?
understand that. But I am sure you must be mentioned somewhere else in the book. And
Yes, he has a mention in the beginning, I think.
do you have the little card, Madam Oglepus?
Oh, yes.
Because we want to show you exactly.
Well, I don't have it. Richard had it.
It's all yours.
Well, we just simply tell you that if you wish to receive a copy of the Courier, you send $1 and
right.
send it to KFO Yearbook, Box 3446, Chicago 77, Illinois, and be sure that your name and address are printed or written very clearly so that we'll have no difficulty in getting your copy to you.
It's $1.
It's $1, yes. And it's filled with wonderful pictures and stories about each one of the, about each one of the Kuklapolitans. Some, I guess.
I'd like to amend that, my dear.
Oh, Richard, this is too much. Really, I don't know why I ever accepted. Here's your old ring.
Well, just call me on again, off again. I'll tell you.
Colonel, I'm sorry. I don't like to be a part of these little lover spats, and I'm sure that's all it is.
Spat! That was a knockdown and drag out. I'll tell you, it might come to that. She can just push me too far, that woman, that's all. Just too far, that's all.
I don't really think she means to dictate to you, Colonel. You know that Madame Oglepus is a great one for dignity, and I think she was a little embarrassed. And
Well, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed, too, believe me.
Hello, kid. Hello, Richard.
Oh, Buelah.
Excuse me. Forgot myself. Well, I'm off to the film room now. I worked with the audio for a while.
I know you did, and you were off for a little while.
Oh, I see.
Well, Colonel, if I can be of any help to you in getting this straightened out, I'd be very happy to do it.
You want me to take the yearbook, my
Would
dear?
you like to?
Yes, I really think it's a very fine yearbook, and I really admire the work and everything that's gone into it.
Well, I knew you did, and I'm sorry that you weren't written up at any greater length.
Well, I suppose that's my importance to the group. I don't have much importance. And
Oh, well, you're very important to me, and I know you're very important to Madame Oglepus, too. I think she's so very proud of the way you make introductions and all that she was just a little put out to think that you didn't use your great oratorical power and genius to talk about the yearbook. I'm sure that's what it was.
well, you get around me the right way. You say the right words. I know it's flattery, but I enjoy it and I love it.
No, it's not. It's not really, Colonel. I mean it most sincerely.
But she hits me the wrong way, I tell you. I suppose I shouldn't have lost my head. I know she was hurt and upset, but
No, I think you can maybe make a few overtures to her, but I think you should be the same masterful gentleman I know you can be. I would be firm with the madam. I don't become downtrodden this early.
she threw the ring back at me.
Well, but you can
She
get
missed me, though.
Did she? Did you get the ring?
No, I'm not going to look. I don't care.
Right.
I don't know exactly what to do. I suppose I should. After all, I am fond of
Well,
Ophelia. It's just that
of course you are, and you've
we're
had
such
the-
independent personalities. We think differently, and we're temperamental.
Well, I know it.
Our love is too deep, you know. That's the trouble. Sometimes when you love too much, you're liable to be upset emotionally.
Why don't you serenade her tonight? You've had a lot of fun together. I know I can suggest a little song to you.
I'd like to serenade her, my dear, but I broke my mandolin.
Okay, you can do it a cappella,
Well, I don't know. What kind of idea would you have?
Well, I'll show you. Time was when we had fun on the schoolyard swings, and we exchanged graduation rings. One lovely yesterday. Time was when we wrote love letters in the sand, or lingered over our coffee and dreaming the time away. Picnics and hay rides and mad winter sleigh rides, and never apart.
hikes in the country, and there's more than one tree in which I've a place in your heart. Darling, every tomorrow will be complete if our moments are half as sweet as all our time was there.
That'll make her think of the fun you've had together and the nice times. And
It's a lovely song, my dear, but I don't believe I'm the type. I'm more boisterous, you know. I
well,
sing
you
a more
are a little
robust
more. Yes, you.
song.
You do really strike me as being a man of that type of voice. But do your best. Hmm?
Well, I'll try, my dear, and I thank you very kindly. Your song was lovely, and it put me in a more mellow mood, and I'll certainly try to make it up to her somehow. I'll figure out a way.
Let me know what happened.
Yes. The course of true love never ran smooth, I guess. Well, c'est la vie.
I didn't throw it that hard.
What? Oh, how dare you looking for me?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Well, I'm not on the floor usually. Hey, look what I found.
What, dear?
I was in the film room. The boys gave me this. Isn't that wonderful? Look. Gonna wind it up for them. Get it all going on straight. Isn't that fine?
That's fine, Buelah. Just fine.
What's happened now? What happened, Jackson?
You can guess, can't you, Buelah?
Lover's spat.
Right.
Too bad. Well, gotta wind up the film. Gotta continue my engineer's walk. They're gonna leave a trail of film all through the studios. And I can find my way back. Reminds me of Hansel and Gretel.
Buelah,
Yes?
do you know where Kukla puts the Camay soap?
I don't know. For heaven's sake, don't ask me.
Can't find the Camay anywhere. I wanted to make up a nice little bundle, Fran. I can't find it.
Can't find it?
No, I don't.
Well, that's very strange.
She'd be so pleased. She always uses Camay, you know. She always does, because she knows that, well, when you use Camay, you win a smoother, softer skin with your first cake.
Certainly.
And then change to regular Kern and use Camay and Camay alone. She knows that. Mother said to me many times. Well, as a matter of fact, she almost always writes it in her letter. You know, she signs, she tells a little news about what's happening at Dragon Retreat, and then she says, much love from Mother and Dad, and then she says at the bottom, P.S. The daily Camay beauty bath makes you lovelier, head to toes.
Is that what she says?
That's what she says.
Isn't that sweet?
I know. So I would like to send it with this Mrs. Brady, did you say? It'd be very nice if I could just find it.
Find what?
The Camay.
Oh, well, that's in the closet.
Which closet?
Oh, up in the hall.
That's a silly place to put it.
Well, no, it isn't. I stored the regular size and the beauty bath size, too.
What, you will send both sizes to her?
Yes, I thought
Should
so.
have both sizes.
Yeah, I'd like the bath size. That's very nice for in the bathroom and in the tub, you know. And then the hand size for
No, the
sink.
soap dishes.
Yeah, for soap dishes. Well, I'll go look in the closet.
Yeah, way up in the top. I stored it up there.
You ought to leave it in the linen closet.
Well, there were some bars in the linen closet. I left, for immediate use.
Well, there's none there now. I'll go look.
Somebody got there first, I guess.
What's the matter?
There's no light in here.
Is it burned out?
I think so. Wait, I think I found it.
What do we have in the closet?
Camay. Well?
I think so. I'm not sure, though.
Shake.
Oh, wasn't that? What did we have in there?
What do you think it could be? Couldn't be Camay. I hope I didn't swallow the Camay.
No, I don't think you did.
Every Camay beauty bath makes you lovelier from head to toes, inside and
Yeah,
out.
I was going to say.
No, that isn't it. No, it couldn't be. I just reached for the light, you see, to try to replace the light, and something went...
Wouldn't be the light chain. No, it couldn't be.
No, it wasn't a light chain.
Let's hear it again.
Maybe I knocked something loose inside.
Oh, no, it wouldn't rattle if you did.
How do you know? It might. Oh, I better go and get examined. That's the first time I've ever rattled. I remember I swallowed the accordion, but that was different. I made music. Beautiful music. Oh, I'm going to the doctor.
Is it... Gee, he does rattle.
If anything else happens today with Madame Octopus and Colonel Crackie and Buelah Witch going on our engineers walking, that's too much for me.
I think I'll go and take an inventory.
I wish you would.
I will.
I'm kind of worried. Really worried. Stick around, Jack.
Okay, good.
Never can tell what's going to happen. Jack, dear,
Yes, Ophelia.
I want your advice.
Oh, I'd be glad to help.
Do you think I should give up my career and marry such a headstrong boy as Richard Crackie?
Well, that's a very personal problem. I think you have to work it out yourself.
Oh, I suppose I shouldn't bore you with my problems. Somehow I think the thrill is gone. He treats me differently. He never used to shout at me.
He's very hurt today.
Well, before he proposed to me, he used to come in and say, "My little fragile magnolia blossom," and he would kiss my hand. He was so grand, so gallant to all of us here, particularly to me. We used to dance. We haven't danced, I don't believe, more than once or twice since our engagement was announced. Familiarity breeds contempt. That's it. I don't know, maybe we should have just remained friends, members of the company. Possessiveness, that's what does it. Possessiveness. He knows I'm his, and he doesn't care anymore.
Boy, when she plays a scene, she really plays it, doesn't she? Real dramatic. I suppose that's about the only thing that appeals to her, Jack, huh?
Could be.
Maybe we could, watch this. Francis?
Yes?
I got something in mind.
You have?
Yeah, watch this.
Watch it.
Ophelia, my dear. You are love here in my arms where you belong, and here you will stay. I'll not let you away. I want day after day with you.
Truth forever true. You are love,
A wonder of all the world. Where you go with me, heaven will always be. Of all the world.
where you go with me, heaven will always be. Oh, Francis!
Yes?
Oh, it's on again!
Well, happy days,
Oh,
jolly
oh,
moment.
oh, oh, he's so masterful.
Yes, he is.
He's so romantic.
Mm-hmm. He certainly is.
Oh,
my head.
Yes, you should. Well, joy is ours once again.
Watch your language! Just watch it, that's all! Well, you're just gonna ask me to leave. Don't have to throw me out. Well, I don't care. Well, just the next time you get in a pinch, don't ask for me, that's all. I'll never help you again. You had your last bobby pin for me. Oh, hello.
Home is the warrior.
You don't like my modern ideas. Those engineers, they're closed-minded.
Well, Buelah, they have their own things to do.
Well, I know, but they should be open to a suggestion.
Well, you do that kind of thing when you're in actual experimentation. They're putting shows on now. They can't experiment during a show.
Well, you try something. All I want to do is pull a little wire from one pole to another pole.
What were the poles, though?
Well, I don't know, something. I just wanted to try and see what it would do for the picture. They said it would blow up the transmitter.
Well, Buelah, maybe it might.
Well, how do you know if you don't try something?
Well, but who cares if it's going to blow, as long as you don't have any intention of doing it?
Well, that's the way you are, too. You side with them. Science never made any progress that way, believe me. Might have made a better picture. Never could tell. Something strange might... Well, that's all right, Francis. Up to you. Well, I'm going to my room, work something else out. Going back to potions.
I don't want to blow anything up.
The heck with electrons.
Fran, I discovered what it was.
What was it?
It was the musical instruments up there. It was a maraca.
Oh, for goodness sake, and we only had about one, didn't we?
We had two, but I think it'll work out real well. Because we can, maybe this summer we can work out a dance band, and when we do some Roomba numbers, all I have to do is dance, see?
Say, that's a thought. You could be a one-man band.
Yeah,
almost.
wouldn't that be great? I could sing, Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
You sure could.
Very happy are we. Would that work?
Sure, I believe it would.
I think that'd be real great. Well, all's well that ends well, I always say.
Yes.
Oh, and I found the Camay.
Well, happy days.
Yeah, and I put it in a little package and got it all wrapped up. And Mrs. Brady will take it to Mother.
I know she will.
Daddy uses it, too.
Of course he does.
He
He has a
loves
beautiful complexion,
it.
too.
Oh, yes, he does. He really does. I kind of wish I were going to bring it myself so that I could stop and see Dragon Retreat, but...
Well, you just have to go later because we can't spare you now.
That's true.
We need you.
That's true. Well, I hope when Mrs. Brady stops up, she'll say to Mother, remember, Mrs. Dragon, for a smoother, softer complexion...
Use Camay.
The soap of beautiful women.
Hello. You know, Tide's really a wash day miracle, because it not only gets out ordinary dirt, but also leaves your wash free from dulling soap film. And that one fact alone made no rinsing practical. Yes, with Tide, you can save all the time and work of rinsing, and you'll get the cleanest possible no-rinse wash. But if you prefer to rinse, here's what Tide promises you. Tide will get your clothes cleaner than any soap, cleaner than any other washing product sold throughout America. We've proved that in the laboratory, and you women see the proof in the cleaner clothes your children wear to school, in the cleaner shirts you give your husband. Yes, when your wash is a Tide wash, it's the cleanest wash in town.
Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap.
Any soap?
Yes, any soap. You get the cleanest wash in town with T-I-D-E, Tide.
The musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Buelah Zachary. The director is Louis Gomovitz, and the costume designer is Joseph Lockwood.
And this is Bert Hillstrom. I think this is it, Madam of the Press.
Kukla, Fran and Ollie has been brought to you from Chicago by Tide, for the cleanest clothes in town, and Camay, the soap of beautiful women.
NBC Television.